Okay, let's get real for a second. Escaping a toxic relationship is way harder than anyone talks about. It's not a clean break, not some dramatic movie scene where you walk out and suddenly feel free. The reality is a quiet, complicated struggle that happens mostly on the inside. Your logical brain can be screaming at you. You can have a notebook filled with every red flag, every broken promise, every time you felt small. You can see the pattern so clearly on paper, but your heart has a memory all its own. It doesn't operate on logic. It remembers the inside jokes, the quiet comfort of their presence, the way their hand felt in yours. It clings to the hope that the person you fell in love with is still in there somewhere. And that conflict is profoundly confusing. It's a deep, disorienting ache, a unique kind of grief, not just for the person, but for the future you built in your mind. I know because I've been there, feeling completely lost and alone in the struggle. I remember that constant, exhausting push and pull. One moment, you're resolute in your decision to leave. The next, you're scrolling through old photos, your thumb hovering over their name, nostalgia tempting you to believe it can all be fixed. The real turning point for me wasn't finding more reasons to leave. It was giving myself grace. I stopped asking, why am I so weak? And realized it's not weak to care, it's profoundly human. Your capacity to love is a strength, but loving someone doesn't mean you owe them your happiness. After so long of thinking in terms of we, the idea of me felt foreign, almost selfish, but I knew it was the only way forward. So, I started writing down what I wanted for myself. It was a declaration, a line in the sand. Not for us and the future we once planned. For me. Just for me. I started with the basics, how I wanted to feel. Not anxious or on edge, but calm, grounded. Then, what I wanted to do. Simple things I'd let go of, like reading a book in the park or painting again. I was rediscovering who I wanted to be without all the noise, the constant criticism, the second guessing, the sound of my own voice getting smaller, and the missing them part. It hits you like a wave. In those moments of weakness, when my memory would play tricks on me, I'd pull out that list. Every time I missed them, I'd read that list. It became my anchor, reminding me of the promises I was making to my future self. I'd remind myself, I deserve peace. I deserve joy that isn't dependent on someone else's mood. And I want you to hear this. Really hear this. So do you. You deserve all of that and more. Building a new life isn't instant. It's a series of small, deliberate choices. It starts with the hard stuff. Block their number. And their social media. Create a clean break. Then, do the things that feel scary. Reach out to friends, even if it feels awkward. You'll be surprised who shows up. And reclaim your environment. Fill your space with things that are unapologetically yours. And you have to celebrate the tiny wins. The first time you laugh without faking it. The first weekend you get through without checking their profile. The first night you don't cry. These moments are huge. The first morning you wake up, and that familiar knot of anxiety is gone. And you can breathe a little easier. Acknowledge it. Be proud. Please know you're not alone, even when it feels crushing. Healing is messy. It's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But it's also possible. Be patient with your heart. It will catch up with your head, I promise. And one day you'll wake up and realize, leaving wasn't a failure. It was the bravest thing you ever did for yourself. You chose you. And that's everything. You've got this.